And welcome back, here's Mighty BB. This is going to be a good episode 14. That's the one we're on. Like I said, I got some interesting things up my sleeve, thinking I might be doing them as of this recording session. Might be doing some other games. Whoa, don't persecute me. It's other games than the Escapist. Know what you're thinking? It's not going to be a big-time strategy game. Although, you know, I'd love to put it. Also, we have gotten over 1,000 views. Thank you, people who have watched my videos. That is amazing. Over 1,000 views. And I also put that in the last video description and commented that. So if you didn't see that, then you probably didn't watch the last episode necessarily, but maybe you did. Either way, though, thank you. This is pretty sweet that you guys have had me get to this point. It's certainly not for the content. No. Truthfully, I'm not showing you how to escape this prison, am I? But we're gonna change that. We're gonna figure a way out. I can't dig, but we're gonna try our hardest to get like files. Things like that, too. Knuckle Buster. I think we already had that one. Didn't we? I guess I couldn't check, really. Well, I know how I could check. Also, is our health way below the usual? Seems like our health is way below the usual. Well, I can't do anything there, unfortunately. I really wish I could. If this doesn't work out soon, by the way, I think we're just gonna have to give up on the jungle prison. There's just no good way to escape. There's no vents. Definitely not going to go to a prison like this one and the last one. I'm sorry, you guys, but there's just no vents. There's no way to keep contraband. This prison's horrible for that, by the way, because of the fact that the metal detector is just in the worst absolute place, and I can't store anything underground here, unlike the last place, because there's rocks surrounding us everywhere. Which is just a nightmare. And I don't like living in nightmares necessarily. That is not very appealing to me. So, there's that. This should be going up Tuesday, November 25th, I think. 2014, of course. I always reference that in case I have to look back at some point in the future and check, like, you know, I'm thinking like distant future if I continue to try to put up videos for quite a long time, which I don't have any plans to not, so. Oh, I thought they were working out. Yeah, I will try to continue to put up either way, it's just for future reference. Now we're just going to lift some weights. Yeah, but I have something interesting. There might not be an Escapist video tomorrow, but there probably will be. Officer Cameron split up with his wife, has he? Okay then. I'm told that Spock's... You know, we've heard a lot about Spock and Kirk, I think, being double agents or something. I wonder if that's actually something that's true. Like, I don't know about this game. I really should do my research and play in my off time. I think I asked about that in the last couple episodes, if you guys want to comment. And, I'm recording this Monday the 24th, and I have not seen any comments, so... That's so fine and all, but I have to do my own research then and figure out my own decisions. Which isn't bad, it's just, I like to hear from the community. It's a small-knit community, but showing that we have over 1,000 episodes shows that we have actual people who watch, so that's nice to know. I think if you're watching this, you are not alone, probably. That's as much of a good thing for you guys as it is me, almost, because of the fact that my community grows and yours will too. I'm also not showing ads because I cannot benefit from them. I do not. Warden Alberto Valereno? Who is that? What happened to, like, Dean Hall, Sparrow? What was the other one? Paul Source Jr.? We had, like, this is our 4th warden, I think. Also, if I missed out on other wardens, I'm sorry, but How many wardens can this prison go through? You can't even beat him up. If we can beat him up, I can understand it, but yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit of this. I'm also working on a new banner. Steam is a lovely, lovely thing to have. It gets aggravating, but it's a nice thing to have. They have come out with a few new updates though, so I think I might have to update my never mind, I'm just gonna, but there are a few new updates, so there are new prisons and other stuff. They were announcing recently too, I think that 3,000 have been confirmed escaped. Not one of those is me, though. Think about that. How many of those thousands have made videos? Probably not a lot at all. How many have I escaped and I've made videos? None. I know I'm probably not getting all my fatigue lost at a great ratio, but, you know, that's actually worse than our current weapon up. That could have gotten me in a lot of trouble. So let's do it again. Check Data's desk. Who is it? Him? No. Doesn't Worf, the one who shares a bedroom with us now, it seems like? Kinda glad that these are back up. I kinda missed them, to be truthful, because it kept me from raiding for a few days. And by raiding, I mean looting. And by looting, I mean taking their stuff, obviously. Wonder what would happen if we tried to dig out of that guy's, like, thing. Ooh, crafting note. Lightweight shovel, flimsy shovel. You see, we're always getting these recipes to make the second or third or whatever it is things, where it's like, where's the first? I don't know how to make the first necessarily. I usually have a good idea of how to do it, but I don't exactly know. So is life. Yeah, I am checking into a few other games to start playing, and by checking into them I mean researching. I'm not playing them actively if I'm going to get them, because I like this feeling. Like, I don't like the feeling of how I haven't escaped this prison, I'll tell you that straight up. But I like the feeling of going into a game not having played it before. Oh, snap. I didn't know I picked them up. That could have ended badly. But I like the idea that I don't know what I'm doing when I go into the game necessarily. And that's a feeling you can only get. Well, I mean, there's different ways to get it, but the only real way I see is to not play the game before. Nah. I'm really trying to be careful that I don't walk out of this thin thing called the guard's aggressive range. So they got Worf and somebody else. Oh, snap. Okay, I thought he was gonna beat me up. There's Officer Borg. We just heard something about him. You can never have too much fun. Well, I guess I was gonna say, what if you died by it? But that would be odd. Very odd. I think that, like, clicking, like, all the sounds that go doom or something like that, they sound a lot louder than every other sound in the game. I don't know why, but they just are. I really should get into doing longer videos and just editing them down. Not of this game, but of other games, because I want to do other games, but like I said, I'd rather keep the times between 15 and 20 minutes. And I can only think of a few games I can do that on necessarily, so if I start getting really into editing, which I've tried to stay away from because I love it when all the content's there in a video, which generally does make them longer, but if I could get into the point where I can make them longer and yet keep them, or not make them longer, record longer episodes, and yet keep them 15 to 20 minutes for you guys to watch on YouTube. A lot of people around here. Wish I could name those guys. Wish I could name him. Officer Borg's getting into some trouble. I forgot I gotta click maybe on their quest or they're not gonna like me as much. I gave Officer Gamer a letter. No, that's a new one. It's all been ripping on Officer Borg lately. You guys noticed that? My head went crazy on this thing. I can't replicate it. It won't do it again. I'm sure you guys saw it. I do like to hear things like, oh, did you see that bug and all this other stuff. It's cool to read comments. But... and I read them all, so... let's see. I think that's... yeah. I like how I can also do that kind of stuff and kind of get in the wall of the game. We've been lifting weights like crazy. Like, we have never gone up so much in weights, I don't think, because we've been trying to keep around 24 or 25, and when we were at 19 or 20 or something, we went straight up to the top. Doesn't usually happen. After this was shower hour, I believe. And then lights out. Yep. I mean, I used a different name for shower block. I said shower hour, but it rhymes better. Oops. Hey. I like that. Just by clicking on them, I get opinion up. Like Officer Ramian, 50. 51. And look out for file, maybe. That's sweet, actually. I didn't notice that. I like to have the thumbs up come up. Oh, dude, I can do it totally more than once. That's kind of a cheap way to get the game, isn't it, though? Huh, everybody... have you guys noticed that the formation's been lined up, messed up a little bit lately? Following Scummer for a cell toss. Janeway and Spock. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I hope that has been a good episode 14. This has been my BB doing Let's Play the Escapist. Goodbye.